Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Theater Space. I'm Anna Valdes Lim, the theater director and teacher of this event. I'd like to welcome the actors into our space. Actors, please come on in. First off, we're going to do our introductions. We'll meet our cast. Shall we, cast? You can unmute and let's do our intros.
Hi, I'm Dean Rosen. I'm playing Oberon and Theseus, and I just wanted to thank you all for coming to Theater Space. This is my second Theater Space, so yeah, I hope we all have a good time.
Hello, Dean. Hello, everyone. Hello, Theater Space. My name is Jon Santos, and I will be playing Titania, Queen of the Fairies, to Oberon, King of the Fairies. I'm also playing Hippolyta, warrior love, soon to be married to Theseus. I thank my bed for my bed sheet, ready to be draped into a Greek wedding gown today, but mostly thankful to all of you for letting us into your living room, for your living space, and allowing us to stream a little theater into your Saturday evening and to zoom in a little Shakespeare into your heart. We hoped for really good internet for everyone, but that's okay. If internet becomes spotty, we do know that your imagination is 5G and your love for Shakespeare is on me. Thank you. Thank you. This is such a stream come true.
Hi, I'm Uriel Villar, and I'm a freelance actress and performer, and I will be playing Puck this evening. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our director and mentor, Miss Anna Valdes Lim, for this opportunity. And of course, to my very generous and talented castmates, it's been such a privilege working with you guys and learning from you guys. So let's break legs. And to our audience, welcome. Thank you for being with us here tonight. And I hope you guys enjoy the show.
Hi, my name is Nelsito Gomez. I play Demetrius, and I'm very excited because it's my first time on Theater Space, and you know what they say about your first time. It's terrible. No, I'm kidding. It's great. It's going to be great. It's going to be memorable. And I hope you, the audience, thank you for spending your evening with us, and we hope to give you an intelligible and enjoyable evening.
Hi, I'm Txavi, Evangelista. I'm so excited to be part of the theater space. It's gonna be my second time doing this, and I'm so excited for all of you guys to be a part of this space, like what Jon said, and we're just excited to share with you guys and you guys be a part of this whole experience. I think it's such a beautiful thing that we get to have theater, and and it's so convenient. It's just there in your computer, So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you have a great time with us. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Miel. I'm an actress and I'm going to be playing Hermia. I'm very excited to be here with Theater Space. Thank you to Miss Anna for inviting me and for trusting our entire cast with this really fun play. I love Theater Space because it has allowed me to hide the fact that I gained weight and I haven't grown over the pandemic. But I got cast for the short character, so I guess that's out in the open now. But thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show, and may the internet gods be in our favor tonight.
Hi everyone, I'm Pam. I'm playing Helena tonight, and yeah, thank you, Miss Anna, for this opportunity. We're also grateful to be here, and thank you everyone who decided to spend their evening with us. I hope you will enjoy because it's also our first time inviting children with us. So it's going to be a vibrant and colorful evening. So thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Aldo. I'll be playing Aegeus and Snag the Lion. And thank you for coming. And I hope you are comfortable and safe wherever you are. And we hope to bring you joy and entertainment this evening. I hope you enjoy yourselves and break a leg for my co-actors and enjoy.
Hello there. I'm Edward. I'm gonna be playing bottom tonight, and in the past theater spaces, I've always made jokes about drinking and my subsequent sobriety. But now there are children here, so I'm gonna try to be as subtle as possible. So, cheers, everyone. Oh my God, I'm so quirky.
Thanks, Edward. That was not subtle. Is that 99.9% or 48%? So that's not subtle. So thank you, Edward. Hi. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ronnel. I'll be playing flute. And welcome to the theater cyberspace. I just remember a few months back, I was in the same theater space, but I was watching Romeo and Juliet. And I'm just grateful for Miss Anna for inviting me to be part of this cast, a Midsummer Night's Dream, and sharing this wonderful moment with my co-actors. And of course, what's completing this special event for us would be the energy of 108 webinar participants. So thank you so much for taking the time tonight to see us, and we hope you're going to enjoy the show.
Hiya, I am Ada. I'll be playing Quince for tonight. This is my first theater space, and I'm super excited to be here and be performing in front of 108 participants. Thank you so much for coming. And I'm super excited to play Quince for you guys, and thank you so much.
Hi, I am Basti, and I will be playing Tom Snout and Mustard Seed. I like reading Shakespeare, but only the kiddie versions like these over here. Thank you for being here, everyone, and sit back, relax, and hold on to your seats as we will bring you a Midsummer Night's Dream in the comfort of your own home.
Wow. That's the intro.
Hi, I'm Martine Corpus, and I'll be playing Starbling. And this is the moon, of course. It is my first theater space, and I'm really excited, but really nervous. I hope everybody enjoys the show.
Hi, I'm Santino Banson. I'm gonna be playing the Changing Voices play. My favorite food is steak, and I hope you enjoy this, everyone. Thank you, and break a leg. Hi, I'm Ava, and I'm going to be playing a fairy. I'm 10 years old, and this is my first time in theater space. So I'm really excited, but still nervous. So yeah, enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Robyn. I'll be playing Moth. This is my first time in theater space. I'm really excited to work with Miss Anna, my aunt, because I heard many wonderful things about her.
Thank you. Thank you, Cass. That was wonderful. And I think we have 112 people now and 160 signed up. So we should have a nice, healthy house, and we should all have a good time. So I'm going to let you go and get dressed and get ready while I spend some time with the audience while you're getting ready, just a few minutes. So break a leg. Have a good show, everybody. See you at the end. So welcome to Theater Space. Again, I'm Anna. It's lovely to see the chat. I can see some wonderful actors, Leslie Lina, Glorien Limbo, Micamila Perez, wonderful actors that we've worked with. Theater Space is an online alternative because of the pandemic, and it's a way of having actors share what they hold dear to their heart. Actors, performers, we have this longing to share and to connect with you. So we started Theater Space this way. This is our third show. We did Romeo and Juliet, the Scottish play, and this month we're doing Midsummer, and next month we're doing Twelfth Night. We try and work to have one show every month, and that keeps us good and healthy. This is a little village community tribe. We're all volunteers. And for example, Nelsito Gomez, he volunteered to do music and then it extended to sound. So thank you, Nel, for doing our sound and music. Amaya Abong, she is Mel's sister and she is here. There she is. Hi, Amaya. She's a volunteer and she's gonna handle our Q&A. Thanks, Amaya. See you after the show. So if you have questions for the cast, you can certainly type it up on the chat box and they will reply, or we'll have it for the cast at the end of the show and Amaya will track that. Yeah, being on cyberspace has its challenges. It's a one-man show. You see us in this little frame, but most of our studios are really messy with our costumes and our scripts on either side. If we have power outage or unstable Wi-Fi, it's a real challenge. The other month, one of our actors had a callback audition at the same hour of our event. So he did Romeo and Juliet. It was Joaquin Valdes in the UK, and he did it at the callback theater. So understudying for theater space is a serious job because there's a possibility that you'll go on. We cut the plays so that they're shorter and they move faster, but it is a benefit. For example, we can work with people in spite of the pandemic and in spite of the distance. Jon Santos right now is in the East Coast and we can work with other people internationally. So that's the great thing about it. Our show is 1 hour. It's really 50 minutes. There's a Q&A afterwards. You can chat with the actors anytime. Throughout the show. I don't know if they'll answer you, but you can certainly chat with them. And if you want to join Theater Space, just go on my website, drop me a message. There should be a place there. And if you want to send a video, certainly send a video. But if you're an actor that we have worked with, then just let us know. And again, it's strictly voluntary and we'd love to have you. So now I'm going to exit so that you can enjoy the show. Have a good show.
4 days. 4 days. 4 days. 4 days will quickly steep themselves tonight. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, now bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Ah, happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. My gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child, and stolen the impression of her fantasy. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as God. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in his kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. If you yield not to your father's voice, endure the livery of a nun. to live a barren sister all your life.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazy title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love, and she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Demetrius, made to love Nidar's daughter Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess, I have heard so much. For you, Hermia, look to arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, to death, or to a vow of single life. Come, Demetrius, Aegeus, go along.
Oh, now, my love, why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast? The course of true love never did run smooth.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes?
Hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt. A dowager from Athens is her house, remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with a golden head, in that same place tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise. Look, love, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again none say. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair! Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine?
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place.
Helen, to your minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, through Athens' gates, we have devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius.
Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. For ere Demetrius looked in Hermia's sign, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have a sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
Yeah, it were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here's a script of everyone's name to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you, Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? Name what part I'm for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
Oh, that will add some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules, rarely, or a part to tear a cat in to make all split. Ah, the raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This is Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is this be? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Hey, faith! Let me not play a woman! I have a beard coming!
That's all right. You shall play it in the night, and you may speak as soon as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I was speaking a monstrous little voice. Thisne. Ah, Pyramus, lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and lady dear.
No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
No, well, proceed.
Robyn Starveling the tailor. Robyn Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robyn Starveling, you must be Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, you the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
We do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again! Let him roar again!
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a lovely man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, but you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw color beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple ingrain beard, or your French crown color beard, your perfect yellow.
Masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town. There we will rehearse. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
Hail! How now, spirits? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale,
over
Dale.
through
Too
fire,
much to
over
cry.
park,
Over park, we're pale. Through flood, through fire.
you wander everywhere.
Everywhere.
Swifter than the moon's spear, we serve the fairy queen. Orbs upon the green. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she, a lovely boy, stolen from the Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, but he perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. Now they ne'er meet in grove or green, but they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Else I mistake your shape in making quite, else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robyn Goodfellow. Are not you he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile. But room fairy, here comes Oberon.
Oberon. And here my mistress. Would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am not I thy lord?
Oh, then I must be thy lady. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest steppes of India, but that for your warrior love, your buskined mistress, Hippolyta, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy.
Why do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not a child of me.
Give me that boy.
Not for your fairy kingdom. Come, child. Come, let us away.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. Ah, my gentle Puck, come hither. I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed. Marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it lion or bear or wolf or bull or meddling monkey or busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not nor cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel and Demetrius. The more you beat me, I will fawn on you.
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you.
I will not stay. Let me go.
I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Ah, hast thou the flower here? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, here it is.
Ah, I pray thee, give it to me. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord. Your servant shall do so.
Good night, my love.
Good night, my sweet. Shall I lay with thee tonight?
Not till we wed.
Then I shall wait. Good night.
Jack shall have Jill, and not shall go.
Lysander.
My love.
Lysander.
Such beauty. Could it be Helena? Come, my love. Where are they going?
Lysander. My love. Lysander. Lysander.
Are we all met?
Here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal.
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
What have we here so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What? A play? Huh. I'll be an auditor and an actor too.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors!
Odors, savor sweet, my dearest Thisbe dear. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
I marry, must you?
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of you, of color like red rose ink, most lovely Jew. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninus' tomb.
Ninus' tomb, man, Ninus' tomb.
If I were fair, Thisbe were only thine.
Brainmasters!
Follow you, I'll lead you bout around through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar.
Why did they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, bottom! Thou art changed! What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless me, bottom, bless me, thou art ugly!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could, but I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here and I will sing that they shall hear I am not afraid. Sing a song, yes, a travel song when you gotta go somewhere. Cause the fun is getting there. Yeah, what the heck? I must confess, I love a road trip. Sing a song, hit the trail. Forget the maps, forget the guides. The
What
boy
angel
lives
wakes me from my flowery bed?
and I know all I need alone is a path and a pal.
Oh, I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing,
And I'm
sing. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape on first view, to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth,
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt stay here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate, and I do love thee, love thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee. They'll fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. Then I shall purge thy mortal grossness, so that thou shalt, like an airy spirit, go. Peace blossom, cobweb, moth, mustard seed.
And I. And I.
And I. Where shall we all go?
Where shall we go? Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gamble in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries. Nod to him, else give him courtesies.
Hail, mortal!
Hail!
hail.
I wonder if Titania be awakened. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals were met together to rehearse a play. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take. An ass's known I fixed on his head. Within that moment, so it came to pass, Titania wakened and straight away loved an ass.
Oh, this falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenians' eyes with love juice as I did bid thee to?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he wakened, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, I rebuke you, him that loves you so.
If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, kill me too. Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
Oh, I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out dog, thou draggest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Oh, once tell true, even for my sake.
I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I could tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what shall I get therefore?
Privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite and laid love juice on some true love sight. About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go. Look how I go, swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, when his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Oh, Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to wake.
Demetrius loves her and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what, my love, shall I compare thine? Oh, crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Frostbite? Oh, hell. I see you all are bent set against me for your merriment. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius, be not so, for you love Hermia, this you know I know, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My love to her but as guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helen is home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
But why unkindly dost thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all you fairy ooze and eyes of light. Why speakest thou? Why seekest thou of me? Could not make thee this know? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
No, she's one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent, when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us? Oh, was it all forgot? All school days' friendship, childhood innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate. So we grow together, like two a double cherry seeming parted, but yet an union in partition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem, so with two seeming bodies, but one heart. And will you rent our ancient love asunder, to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, it is not maidenly. Our sex as well as I make chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I understand not what you mean by this.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face? I do, persever. Counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back. Wink each at other, hold the sweet jest stop. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
Away, you Ethiop! Hang off, thou cat! Thou bird, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this? Sweet love, do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Be certain, nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief! of love. What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she had made compare between her statures. And with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted Napo? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again. Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of the hindering not grass made, you bead, you acorn!
You mistress! All this coilless love of
I will not trust you, why? No longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away!
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garment he had on, and so far blameless proves my enterprise.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I therefore, Robyn, overcast the night and lead these rivals so astray till death counterfeiting sleep. Crush this herb into Lysander's eye. Take from thence all error. When they next awake, all this derision shall seem a dream and a fruitless vision.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am afeard in field and town, and goblin, lead them up and down. Oh, here comes one.
Oh, I followed fast. Here will rest me.
Ho, ho, ho! Coward! Why comest thou not?
Where art thou now?
Come hither. I am here.
Nay, go thy way. Fate constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed.
Oh, weary night, sleep, steal me a while.
Yet but 3. Come one more.
So weary, I can no further crawl, no further go. Here will I rest me. Heaven shield Lysander, if they do mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep and sound. I'll apply to your eye gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robyn. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. I did ask of her changeling child. And now that I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My dear Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
Ah, there lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes loathe thy visage now.
Robyn, take off his head.
Now when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes, peep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me.
Oh, good morning, day. Good morning, birds. Good morning, trees. Oh, what a lovely day. The sun's so big, it hurts my eyes. But really, that's okay.
A brand new day with things to do, so many plans to make. I've had 6 cups of coffee, so I'm really wide awake. I've always been a morning fairy, a morning boy. Hooray!
Cheep, 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 cheep.
I will hear that play. Go, bring them in and take your places, ladies.
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show. This man is Pyramus, this beauteous lady Thisbe, this man, Wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder. This man presenteth moonshine, by moonshine did these lovers meet at Nionus's tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast which Lion by name, the trusty Thisbe did scare away. For all the rest, that Lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain, at large discourse, while here they do remain.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I present a war, and such a war as I would have you think, that had it in a crannied hole, or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly, that I am that same wall. The truth is so, and this the cranny is right, through which the fearful lovers to whisper.
Oh, grim look, night. Oh, night with hue so black. Oh, night, whichever art when day is not. Oh, night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall that stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Oh, thanks, gorgeous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what's the eye? The Thisbe do I see, oh, the wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me. Deceiving me. That it's Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now. I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see. It will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Ooh.
La, 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 la. Oh, wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace.
I kiss the wall's halls, not your lips at all.
Yeah.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Thy life, thy death, come without delay.
Yeah. Thus have I, whoa, my part discharged. So, what was my line again? Ah, yes. And being done, thus wall away doth go.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion! 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 Ha ha! Ha! When lion, rough in the wildest rage, doth roar! Then know that I, one snug the joiner, am a lion.
This lanthorn doth the hoarded mood present. Myself I the man in the mood you seem to be. And all I have to say is tell you the lanthorn is the moon. I, the man in the moon. This short thorn bush, my thorn bush. And this dog is my dog.
This is old Nimi's tomb. Where is my love? Where is my love? Where is my love?
Well roared, lion. Well run, Thisbe. Well
you,
shown,
thank you.
moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace. And so the lion vanished. The lion vanished. And then came Pyramus. Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, O sprite, but mark, poor night, what dreadful dole is here. Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, what stained with blood. Oh, this passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad. Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered, my dear, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, out, sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus, I that left pap where heart doth hop. Oh, thus thy eye, thus. Now am I dead, now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Oh, tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die. She will find me by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Asleep, my love? My dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise. Speak quite dumb. Dead. A tomb. Lovers make moan. And farewell, friends. This begins. Adieu.
And moonshine and lion are left to bury the dead. Aye, and wall too.
Will it please you to see the epilogue or a dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed. It's almost fairy time. Sweet friends, to bed.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night unto all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robyn shall restore amends.
Bravo. Well done. Congratulations, everyone. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, cast. Wonderful, bravo. How do you feel? Let's just hear while people are posting their questions. How do you feel? Best moment for you?
Best moment. That one's really difficult for me. I really love that. Something that I don't know if I didn't hear it before, or if it was new to the show, was the accentuation of the P's from Ed with the hop, and that was just really funny because it's so very, very Shakespearean. And so I really love that. But yeah, there's a lot. It didn't go completely smoothly, but thankfully there were no internet problems, which is very, I'm very grateful for. So yeah.
How are you? How do you feel? Best moment? Anyone?
My internet was not the problem today. It was my thumbs. Right after we exited as actors, and after the introductory speech, before coming, my thumbs left the meeting. I lost Safari, and it took a while before I found my way through Safari to the Amazon, back to this jungle. I am, though, very, very grateful. It's exhilarating, and I was always able to remind myself that it's a team, and they have your back, you have theirs, and everybody just saved the day. Very grateful.
Same. I had so much fun actually, and just feeling very proud, especially for younger castmates. Great job, kids. Yeah, and favorite bits talaga, Miel, the lover scene. I swear, the eye twitching, it gets me every time.
Yes, agreed.
I laugh at myself because I gave myself an extra entrance earlier. I'm so sorry. I realized it's so dangerous pala when you're changing your digital background that the arrow and the camera button are so close to each other that if you're not precise, you will give yourself an entrance. So that's what happened to me. And I'm like, bye.
Yeah, it's so nerve-wracking.
Yes. Bloopers, everyone. Bloopers.
But what I was laughing a lot was Aldo in the first scene when they mention what the play was, and you just see Aldo's completely silent reactions to the play. He's like,
yeah.
Hindi na talaga alam ko ano yung play, pero he's trying to. It's hilarious. I found that very funny.
Oh, another thing that my fingers caused was and I was always wary of unmuting when I'm not supposed to, muting when I'm supposed to. I was rehearsing my opening line unmuted. Sorry, Nelsito. The opening drums heard me say.
No, but what?
4 mics. Greek,
but
British 4 mics. Four days.
It felt like it was part of it. You just get 4 nights.
Yeah, it was actually,
nights,
it
4
had an
nights.
effect.
Yeah.
It's like a record.
Again, it's always nice to know that you guys are there to always have each other's back. It feels good, especially the fairies. They always have my back, even when they're in the wings and I'm not really literally with them. They are in the wings literally with wings, and they are the wings beneath my wing.
And they whisper.
Yeah.
No, I tried. Okay, no.
I had such a blast. Just resonating with what everybody said. I loved everybody's energy. Like, it wasn't, like a perfect run, which is great. I mean, I feel like that adds so much to the comedy. Like, the fact that there's all these like little things and you guys get to see, like, I'm for sure, like, if we were in like an actual play, these are the things that we will drill out of the play. But the fact that it's in, it makes it such a different experience. Like, and for like favorite scenes, like the funniest things for me actually was just like watching it. Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to like call, but like, I swear when Nell just literally was like. I couldn't. I was like, I love it. It added so much. I was like, okay, it's great. It's like now, like going through the forest. I'm not supposed to go through this. I'm not supposed to have this conversation.
I'm done.
But yeah, like stuff like that. Like it's awesome. And like Uriel said, like the kids. Like they really brought it today. And like I wish that when I was their age, man, if I was able to do something like this and like experience something like this. You guys are so lucky, and you did so amazing. So congrats and good job to everybody.
My favorite part, I think the one that stuck with me the most was the mistake of Basti when he goes, he's not on screen. Then he goes, thou art, and then he realizes he's not on screen. Then he opens it. Then he goes back, thou art changed. The commitment. He stayed in character, remembered his cue, went back. If that's not professionalism, I don't know what is.
Right.
That was so funny. But the other thing that I couldn't breathe because I was laughing so hard was because this didn't happen in rehearsal when Jon became Gollum.
Yeah. Imagine it happening.
Don't leave the forest. Like that quality. I was just, where is this coming from? It was so funny. It was just so nice to see everyone because I think this is the first time I got to actually watch the whole show because during rehearsals I'm like worrying about my lines. But like today, like I'm a little more comfortable. So to see everyone's reactions were so nice. Santino is so adorable. Oh my god, the fairies were so pretty. It was just so vibrant, the play, and I'm really surprised at how it came together so well for just like, and then all the obstacles of like our backgrounds. In the middle of my fight, I was noticing my purple background was coming out, so I was trying to adjust my hands to make it visible. I was like, I gotta show my background. So in the middle of the fight scene, I was like, where is my background? It's just so funny how we have so much to do. Before it was just memorize your lines, make sure you don't lose your costume, come in and out on time. And then now what? We can all start our own theater companies because we're tech people now. So it's so much fun. I don't know. I found the obstacles really fun as well. Normally they're nerve-wracking because you're scared to get disconnected, but it's so much fun. It's a different energy.
I loved everything. I had much more fun today, and like what Ate Miel said, like it's the first time for me to watch the entire play. So I always made sure that I was muted because I kept laughing behind my laptop. And yeah, I'm so grateful to be part of this cast. Everyone's energy is so vibrant, and everyone is so generous. So thank you, everyone. I'm so proud of you all.
I really do miss this this energy, this show energy that it's really it's been so long since we've had as theater actors. It's been so long since we've had performance live. So opportunities like this are really a gift and something to be cherished. I hope that the theater will someday come back soon in actually live. But for now, I'm very thankful for this opportunity, Miss Anna, and to just to play with you all and to have kulitan, and this is great. So thank you very much, and thank you everyone for watching.
Roar!
I also couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it because I couldn't watch it because what was happening to me is what actually happens when you are in a real show. In the rehearsal process, you finally figure out those windows. These 3 scenes I'm not needed. I can actually put away my bag. These 3 scenes I am not needed. This is when I put on my wig and I fix the pillow. It became the real thing. And you find that window, your schedule within the show. And it was the exact same thing you do in a real show. You pack your bag because you're going out later. In this scene, I have time to go out for coffee. Some people will take a break. Some people have time to when in long stretches where they are not needed. It just became the real thing. And actually now I'm packed to start my day later because of the repetition of doing it, and the windows where you can relax. So I hope maybe I could watch a recorded version someday.
Oh yes.
I was also, and like Miel said, because it's so hard to adjust your pillow to fight the shadow and the image when your eyes are closed and you're supposed to be sleeping, and it's hard. And I don't wear contacts, so it's hard to find the stop video button and the right arrow for the mute button. But I think it was a nice, fine, open rehearsal. Diba?
I think so.
It is.
I loved
certainly.
everything.
Yeah.
I loved everything that happened. I loved everything that happened. The mistakes added levity to the to the play. It added to the play itself. That was like it. The levity was very much welcome. I mean, the play is light, yeah, but the levity made it so much more.
Yeah.
So that's great. That was the funniest scene. I know I've said this a lot before, but it's still, I think I am invisible. Because it's just so very threatening, and I loved it. And the face palming scenes, the silence before that was very funny. All right, that's all from.
Yeah, I just feel amazing. Nakakatuwa kasi it's like I experienced how to just be a pure watcher, and at the same time, I was able to experience how to be a performer. And you're able to enjoy both, like taking part and watching. So I think there's something magical about this piece and about the energy and about everyone here working, because um I was able to be in that space where I was not super focused. I was also able to enjoy the show while I was preparing. I think that's something that theater space, it only happens in the theater cyberspace, because in the brick and mortar setup, you have to go to the dressing room. You're hearing what's happening. You're getting cues from the stage manager. Hey, you're next to get ready. But here, you're watching it, you're seeing it while you're preparing. So I think that is something that this theater cyberspace is giving us as actors. And for those who were definitely interested and who would like to be part of this side, it's so much fun. Don't be scared. There's a lot of things more fun that is happening behind the scenes. I'm sure that you guys did enjoy, and we do appreciate all of your comments and chats. It's also fun to read through it, and the energy and the spirit that you're giving this community is something that just amplifies what we do. So it's just so amazing.
Thank you.
Me, I really had a blast, but at first I was super duper nervous because of like the wide audience we've got. But the funniest part for me was, as Edward said, that I am invisible. Like he was even literally doing that. That really got me just now. Before it never did. And then still the usual, Titania sleeping, and then now that that bottom transforming got way too funny for me. Way too funny.
For me, the best moment of the show was definitely Dean's wrong entrance, because he came on screen and his face was just, I'm not supposed to be here. That was the wrong thing to do. And gosh, I'm super grateful to have been on this show, and I'm super gonna miss this cast in like our rehearsals. Like, I'm super grateful to have had this opportunity and to met all of you. This was wonderful. Thank you guys so much, and thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
I don't know if you
Thank
can hear
you.
that. That's the reason why I came in early. Can you hear that? My cat is going absolutely crazy. And this has never happened in rehearsal. Like she's been here, like next to me during rehearsals, been very quiet, she's going absolutely insane out there. And I had to run out and like ask my brother to take her into his room, because like she's just going, I don't know if anybody could hear that. Hopefully not. But
I could hear your cat.
I heard it.
I
I heard that wild meowing from there. I heard it, the wild
She
meowing.
was so loud as well. It's like she's really, I don't know she's okay. I don't know why she's meowing.
She wanted Aldo's part as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Who'd like to share? Who's next? Is it
I
Mark?
have to say,
Oh,
I
go
have
ahead.
never worked with adult actors before. So for you guys who have never worked with kids, it's also my first time. And it was really, really exciting for me. I was just so nervous because I have not joined plays in a very long time, so I forgot how it feels to actually have nerves. But I really enjoyed. I wish we could have rehearsals every Thursday and Friday for the whole year.
Yes. Wonderful.
You did great,
Wonderful.
Robyn.
You did
I'm
great.
gonna
Thank
miss
you.
the entire cast.
I also am very new to working with children in a production. My projects are either with grown-ups or alone. Although I think I worked very well with all of you young little fairies. Actually, we're all just same age. If you add all your ages, it's my age.
What?
And when I grow up, I want to be like Basti.
Ava,
Oh,
shall we give Ava and who else hasn't talked? Marts and Santino.
Santino, yes.
One of the parts that always made me laugh was when Oberon would say, "I'm invisible and I will overhear their conference." It was so funny because like I found it like he was eavesdropping, and I sometimes do that myself with my parents. So yeah.
Ava, how do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel relieved that I did well enough. I feel happy.
That's
enough
always
for
the feeling
myself.
after a show done.
You did very well. Santino? Yes, your turn.
I couldn't sleep last night. I was so nervous. And at lunch, I had butterflies in my stomach because I was scared I would mess up.
How do you feel now?
I feel very good and happy.
Happy? Favorite moment in the play?
Oh my. I think when we were dancing at the end, that was so much fun.
The finale.
Thank you. Marts, have you shared?
Okay. I think the funniest moment for me was I think during the fight when they were fighting and when Miel was like little and I was really laughing at that. I don't know, I just felt it was really funny.
Yeah. That was a great read.
I accidentally dropped some of my props a lot. Like I was really nervous and hitting everything, and I had to pick it up so many times.
It didn't show.
I remember once I picked it up once like on when my camera was on, and that was when they were telling the parts, and then I had to go here because the lamp fell all the way far on the side. So the background was just the bed sheet.
Thank you. Thank you. You all were so marvelous, and you know, this play grew. Everybody to me was funnier tonight, and so much happened that was fresh, and it was just such a joy. So it's really, really thank you. I hope you come back and do the next play with us, and the next and the next. I just hope we have more shows because it's such a great opportunity for us. And now did everybody share? Yes. I'd like to invite Amaya to come on board. Amaya, and read us the questions, but you all don't have to answer. Whoever wants to answer and volunteer, just raise your hand or just talk, but don't hesitate. Hi, Amaya. What's on board for questions? Thank you for doing this.
So a lot of the questions actually are for the kids. I mean, like the kids really took a lot of it here. And here we have a question from Leslie to the kids. Congratulations. What is it like for you doing Shakespeare? And the follow-up question, what did you enjoy and what were the challenges doing this play?
Good question. Yeah. Kids or some adults if you want. What's it like to do Shakespeare?
Come on, kids.
It's,
I want to hear from the kids as well. I want to hear.
it's fun, but at the same time quite challenging because Shakespeare's vocabulary is not the easiest. But with all the acting, props, the way people say the words, it becomes much easier to understand.
Fantastic.
Anyone else? Come on, Ava. Yeah,
Same
sorry.
with Robyn. Yes, the vocabulary was like really big. I couldn't understand some of the words that they were saying because it's like reading stuff from the Bible because some of the Bible's things are like that. So I would just be like, what's going on? And there's this time where like they had to like translate the words in Puck's part in the fairy scene where like Oberon is passing felon wrath, something like that. And then Miss Anna had to like translate them saying like he had a party, he was angry because we couldn't understand them. So yeah.
Yes, just like what the other two said, the vocabulary is challenging. Though I really read Shakespeare, I only know like 1/10 of the entire thing. Like I don't really understand it. And then also the performing, it makes me a bit more understand it. Yeah.
Believe me, the constant practice and the drilling, I think you will need it for a long time, especially if English is not your first language. And fortunately, there are workshops that we have participated in also from the curriculum of Meta that help you get a little more comfortable, because actually I needed those drills because I kept saying fairies skip hands. Skip. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm packing away as we talk. This is my brush. I have many brushes, but this is my first brush with Shakespeare.
The joke again. Here it comes again.
I really
Any
like
more
what
from-
the kids said about like how they understand Shakespeare better because they're performing. And I always like tell people this, that Shakespeare is meant to be performed. It's not meant to be read. So I remember in my literature classes, hi, Mrs. Villalon, my literature teacher for 4 years. I remember in the classes, we would really read out loud and we would be able to internalize it because we had like choral recitation, we had Shakespeare festival. That was super important. Like the Shakespeare Festival, I think helped me deepen my understanding for Shakespeare. So for you kids, like if you want to learn more Shakespeare, watch the Shakespeare plays. Watch theater, keep watching Theater Space if you're not performing with us, or come perform with us. Practice the lines with Miss Anna when you're coaching, when you're getting lessons from her. It's the best way to learn Shakespeare, and that's how we're meant to learn it. Hi, Mrs. Villalon again.
Any more kids want to answer? I think that question was for kids, but if you don't want, it's okay.
Ooh, I
Anna,
thought
you
it's
can.
kids.
Go on.
Oh, okay.
You are a kid.
Okay. Okay, so full confession, like for Shakespeare, because my mom's an English teacher and I was kind of introduced to it at a young age, I don't super have trouble with the vocabulary. What did stress me out for this play was that one quick change I've got between like this first scene and the fairy scene. I had this mustache on for Quince, and then I came on with the mustache as a fairy. I showed up on screen, I was like, oh no, I'm a mustache fairy. I thought I threw it off, and I was like, I hope no one noticed it. And I thought I got away. And then my sister goes in the room and she's like, I saw you with the mustache. And I'm like, oh. So yeah, that was my challenge for this play.
Thank you. Santino, do you want to say something, or Martz? Just giving you the floor because we might take off with the other questions. None? You want to try? Say something.
I think it was challenging, but I did read a lot of like books about what was happening. So I kind of understood it, but sometimes there are some parts that I didn't really understood it until it was performed. And I guess the first reading, that's what made me really understand what was happening.
Good. Yes. Thank you. Last call, Santino.
I agree with Basti that I sometimes only understand this little of the stuff they're saying, so it's easier for me to understand stuff when they're acting instead of reading it in a book.
Thank you. Thank you. Back to Amaya.
Thank you so much. Actually, the next question is for Miss Anna and the rest of the cast, because from Leslie, she said that after doing two tragedies, what was it like doing a comedy, especially in cyberspace? How did you? It can be so demanding in terms of physically demanding. So, how did you work with the challenges doing a comedy this time?
That's a good question. Also, that's a good thing to share also for Edward and Dean, who did the tragedies, and Pam. But for me, oh, comedy anytime. It's such a relief. Although comedy, when you're practicing without an audience, doesn't feel funny anymore. Like the play within a play, Ed, you did great, but the play within a play, I was like, is this gonna be funny? I'm not sure anymore because we'd seen it so many times. So other actors, please answer.
Ed, do you want to go first?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You go first.
No, I really I feel at home in both sort of genres, which I'm very fortunate. I've had the privilege of being in both genres extensively. But I thought that being in a comedy would be sort of like a break. It was definitely, it had a lot more levity and it was a lot more cheerful. But yeah, the physicality and the speed at which you have to react with things like Zoom and the technology and the tech actually was a lot more stressful because the pace was faster. The amount we were encouraged to add was more, because with a comedy, you know, a lot of our personalities, which I think is a great way of doing it, you know, we can imbue into the performance. So we're encouraged to add. So that level of performance and that level of tech, I actually found more intense than the drama, which was very controlled. Well, of course, this was controlled as well, but there were there was a lot more space between the control points, if you get what I mean. So yeah, it's a very interesting experience. This is this is one of the first times I've had to deal with Zoom and all that kind of stuff while performing. So I'm learning every time.
Yeah, ditto. I have the same sentiments. I had fun with both genres. Tragedy is very fun for me, and then I regret it when the emotion sets in. I got horribly depressed. Oh my god! And then doing the Scottish play, and then when it came for Midsummer Night's Dream, it was so fun. Everything's so fun. I can just let loose in rehearsals, and it was fun watching everyone let loose as well. So definitely I lost my train of thought, guys. Someone come save me. No.
Take over for now, Edward, if you want. Until your thought comes back.
Save me, Miel. I lost the English word.
Yes. I think you are.
I am invisible.
Well, you just have to escape hence. Escape.
I almost lost my train of thought also.
this is so
I'd
chaotic.
like to share that I was.
Chaotic.
I'd like to share that I was almost before Hippolyta and Titania. I was almost cast as one of the mechanicals, and it was for the role of Thisbe. So for me, I'm really glad it didn't happen because it was so daunting to play bad acting that I'm sure a lot of people don't find that puzzling, but it's still a puzzle to me. They have to see that you're acting poorly, but that you're only acting poorly. And for me, and then
That's a good difficult.
sometimes I cannot help but think that people know me as somebody who is in funny shows, funny pieces. So they want you to be funny as somebody who is trying to be funny, but is not funny, and that should be funny.
Oh, there it goes.
Tough. I do know that it is sometimes good or sometimes not good to watch shows that to watch film versions of your play. But I could not help but, because of time constraint, look at previous Pyramus and Thisbe performances. I saw one with John Lennon and Paul McCartney. And the innocence and the joy, because they're not comedians, and the audiences in that show, it was a nice give and take. It was a lark. It was magical, and I felt that would be really nice to achieve. I saw previous Thisbes from, I think, the film version, where the Thisbe was played very, very seriously, and tears were falling from my eyes. The loss of Thisbe, but only after playing it really camp. It was the film version with Michelle. The Titania was Michelle Pfizer, and Michelle Pfizer. Yeah, and it was played by, I forgot. He won an Oscar. He won an Oscar for 3 billboards. But it was very, very camp. He had very bad lipstick, very, very camp. And then in the middle of the monologue about losing, it was for me, an interesting actor's choice. Played it seriously. And the wedding parties, the lovers, the Duke were all tearing up. I saw in another BBC version, that was a choice. But I'm so glad it was not a mountain I needed to climb for this one. In other words, no comment.
But you know what's funny is that the role of Thisbe also went to Jon Santos because Ronnel's other name is John. So either
Yes,
way,
that's
Jon
true.
Santos was cast as Thisbe.
Because my friends
And
also
you know
call
what?
me John.
And if there should be a play about us doing this, it's a play within the play of the play within the play.
That's where it gets funny and confusing.
Well, if we do Hamlet, that's another play within a play. So.
Oh yeah, the murder of Gonzago.
Amaya, do you have another
Spoilers.
question? Can I move to another
Go
question?
on.
Yes. Okay, so we have a few questions here. What were the challenges that you guys faced while preparing for Midsummer's Night Dream, and what were your experiences? How did you prepare for it? And what was it also like to do a comedy on screen rather than on stage? Yeah.
Well, I can say it was a very different process to the previous play, the Scottish play. I don't know whether or not we can say what the Scottish play is, because technically I am in the theater right now, which is my room. But, anyway, in the previous play, I did so much preparation. I think one of the funny things that I came up with in the middle of the rehearsals was I would wear headphones during the Zoom meeting and I would play scary music. And that was the level of preparation that or those are the kinds of things that I did to prepare. Whereas with this one, I deliberately did not. Well, obviously I prepared by reading the text and figuring out what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to add a mood or add any kind of background stimuli, because I think with comedy, it's so much about working off other actors and what they do. So I just didn't want any distraction apart from that. So that's quite different.
Thanks, Steve. Anyone?
Me, I have one. For comedy acting on stage versus on screen, I wanted to share like my personal experience with this because I haven't been cast for an ingenue role since 15 years ago. It was 15 years ago when I played Juliet for the first time with Miss Anna. And I've always been cast for character. And characters, they're usually the ones that get to be funny. And I've also played a lot of stock characters where we would be the ones to bring the comedy to the show. But one thing that my biggest lesson from rehearsing with Miss Anna for this is the fact that she reminded me that the actor can do so much more than the character. Because I was going in rehearsals, I was going Carol Burnett, like I was going in that direction. And because the moment Miss Anna said, we're going to do a comedy, like I couldn't sleep for 3 days because I was so excited because comedy is right up my alley. But my biggest challenge here was trying to condense the comedy because Hermia is an ingenue. Ingenue is the young, innocent leading girl. And I am not innocent. So it was very hard to. I had more anger than Hermia had. I was going deep with my comedy. I was going Jim Carrey. I really wanted to go there, but then well, I was happy because it was a good position for Miss Anna to like pull me back. She says if you exaggerate, it's easier for the director to tell you to lessen it. So as she was telling me to lessen it, she reminded me that that sometimes the actor's instrument is bigger than what the character is capable of. And I think that if you're going from stage to screen, you have to remember that you have this little box, so you can't afford to look around everywhere to move your hands like this. But in the theater, you can do that because you have to fill up the room and the space. For those of you who have seen Macbeth or the Scottish play, I wish you did because Dean actually was a really good example of how to maintain the stillness for screen because he's a film actor and a film director. So he was very still. And I was like, I can't do that for the life of me. I would struggle so hard with like Olivia Colman because she's a character actor. And then when she had to do the Queen in The Crown, they said that their biggest problem with her was that she couldn't stop moving the muscles in her face because she was trying to act, and the Queen doesn't act that way. So I felt like that's actually really good training. If you're an actor on stage, I hope you get to experience theater as well. Film as well. And then if you're in film experience theater, actors can go all across the board. It's just a matter of adjusting your energy depending on the medium that you're in. And I thank you.
I suspect my feelings about the experience will change every day. There are days when I feel it's just the same. It wiped me out. A month of doing this twice a week. You prepare 1 or 2 hours before, then you go through it, then you take your notes, then you go home and you take out your old journals. What is your inner animal? Do I apply this here? No, I can't. It's a fairy. He's not human. What is in your relationships? I took out all my analim journals all over again. And so you go through pre-production, you go through your dress technical rehearsals, and the people are out there in the dark. They are not, I do not always see their eyes. So, but that I went through it like I was doing Irma Vep at the Meta, like a real piece that I needed to do in the theater because they are there live right now. And the other notes though, they make sense. She has always said, sorry, I have to quote you. I sometimes allow my actors to be a little vain. So I'm allowed to be beautiful in between changes. Also, she likes the whites of eyes. So it's a lighting director's dream. So all the old notes. And then I did see a lot of stage directing from the stage play we did before. And some artistic decisions made by a director. Like, I really just want Oberon and Titania here in this frame because I have to create an intimate moment. So I don't think I want Puck there. So oops, that notes na naman. It's what I would have heard in our ordinary, regular, old normal staging of this. And when she did this, after a couple of readings, and now I think this, I will direct this a different way. It's time for me to direct now. I liked watching also the direction of the play. The little difference is, of course, the director, and it was fun to watch, adjusting to the technology. At first, I thought the lag was going to bother her. Then she made it deliberate, because fairies, when their voices overlap, it's fairy-like when they're lagging. I don't know, it's the echo of their first entrance. Or they parang, being present and making use of what is available there. But I don't know, there are many, many projects where it was exactly like this. You deal with what's there and you be present, and you wrap this little gift from your skills and the skills of your co-actor, and on show day you offer it to the, like today, 108 people who were out there in the dark. 108, right, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, that's more than 100, huh? Think about it. Thank you. No comment.
Anyone else, or is there another question? Wonderful, wonderful sharing, guys. I love it. Thank you.
Actually,
Santino, do you want to take your hat off? Is it itchy? You can.
But he looks so cute.
He looks cute also with his hair. Is it itchy? You can take, yay, the real guy.
Cuteness, really.
Good. So do you want to still handle this question, or do we want to move on to the next question?
Okay, I'll answer it.
Okay.
Honestly, I just shout. My mom does everything else. And every time she does this thing in my head, I always say ow because it is so painful. I think I lose like 200 strands every time she does this thing.
Oh, thank you for the sacrifice. Really. Thank you. Fairies, how are your crowns? Are they hurting?
Nope. The one I used is just a wig. It was from before, like, I don't know, grade 2 or 3, and then it just came back to use. It was just dumped out here for years until this came out.
Thank you. Before we go to the next question, I'd like to really share with the audience that when Nel Gomez volunteered to do sound and then music, it really fleshed us out. And then I don't know who went for a background, and then Txavi came in and helped people with background, and we helped each other. So we were just piecing things together in the last few rehearsals, and that really makes a huge difference. And it's just such a great spirit and energy to put us all together. So thank you. Thank you.
While I was reading the comments, a lot of people really enjoyed the sounds, the music, the filters. It gave so much life, and I personally also had so much fun, to the point that I forgot that I was here working, quote unquote. I was letting the whole chat go through, and I forgot about the questions at one point. So I was low key panicking because I'm like, oh wait, I need to put the questions together. But I was just having so much fun watching everyone, and how the cast, Miss Anna, brought everything to life, and I personally really enjoyed Theater Space as well.
Thank you. So let's put the last question, maybe, and then you can choose to answer it, or maybe give us 2 questions in each person, and then we'll wrap it up. By the way, I want to say that I hardly directed, I think. I think the cast did contribute their own whatever, and they came on their frame. So that's the wonderful thing about this whole process. So it's the cast that did it. So Amaya, a couple of questions, and then they can choose.
Okay, so I actually took the liberty to kind of group some questions because they're quite similar. A lot of questions came in about the lovers, how you guys were able to feed off from each other's energy. Anyone can also chime in, but how were you able to feed off each other's energy? And since this is a comedy, there's a lot of physical movement going around. So how did you work with such limited space? How did you work with each other's energy, especially in the fight scene? So yeah.
Good. Anyone?
I was not acting. I was really hurt. You call me little and puppet and acorn. Shakespeare
My
just
bad.
must have been mad at the small person. They couldn't come up with all these things. He wasn't very tall either, I think. If my studies were correct, he wasn't tall. He wasn't even handsome. Little.
Yeah, I believe like I'm Miel's sister, so I think she was not acting. It was just coming from some place down there, you know, a little resentment, anger, maybe towards me for calling her small. I'm taller than her, so.
Actually,
Dang,
it's
I like
funny the one where Pam and I would slap each other because at first we couldn't see each other, so we were not slapping at the same time. It was such a struggle for us to get it. And then I don't know, but I was like what I said earlier, I was finally able to watch the reaction. So this is the first time I saw Nell and Txavi's reactions. They looked like they were about to drool. They're just it's just like, they're just so into it. They were really filling the moment with their acting, especially because a lot of Nell's lines were cut.
I guess I will speak now since a lot of my lines were cut. No.
Yes.
It's an editorial decision. So I would like to think that I'm not that bad of an actor that my lines would get cut. But challenges with the four of us. It's a little tough on Zoom. And especially for comedy when everything is so rhythm based. So for people who are doing comedy out there, my suggestion, you don't have to do it, but my personal suggestion is you need to anticipate the line. I know that in regular theater world, we shouldn't be anticipating, but this one you have to, because when it comes out to the regular audience, it comes in on time. So you have to be a beat ahead. So sometimes I have to kind of think a little, one step ahead of Helena or Hermia, so I can get in my line and it lands on a certain rhythm. Working with the four of you was loads of fun, and one of my biggest takeaways here is hit your verbs, and everything will take care of itself. It's true. It's true. Sorry, and I just want to show, this is a gift from my dad, Jaime Del Mundo. He was in Oregon of all the places, and he found boxing Shakespeare. Now, why those two things are together in one puppet beats me. So I think he likes to box out the iambic pentameter.
Yes. Boxing William Shakespeare.
Do the twitch. Do the twitch.
To quickly add on, like I totally agree, especially with this medium. You really have to listen and to really like and it one of my favorite moments is actually a couple of rehearsals ago, Miel was actually having like some internet problems, and all of us were like anticipating when her line would end, and it kind of helped us like get into that, like, okay, at least now we know the pace of what it's supposed to sound like. So it really helps, and it really like adds that, that timing that you guys aren't supposed to be seeing. But and yeah, like I think it's my first ever fight scene choreographed through a computer, which is awesome. Like if you can imagine, fight scenes, it's on its own. It takes so much choreography because you have to not know just when you're hitting, you have to know when to dodge and stuff. So I mean, there's not like intense like like dodges and stuff, but still like that whole choreography over Zoom, it's just trusting each other and knowing each other really like well enough to be like, this is the cue, this is the cue, this is the cue. And it like I think for me, my favorite part is when we don't get the cue right. Like we miss it. Like sometimes like Miel's still doing that and Pam's like, so like it looks like Miel's still like whacking Pam's face. So like there's so many things like that we wish you guys can see too. But I mean, it happens, right? And like I think that's my favorite, like just exploring and finding out like how to act, like especially like Nell and I don't really have too many lines in that scene. We're just kind of like, we're like, the scene is basically Hermia and Helena having a fight, and Nell and I are there in the background going, so so it's fun to add stuff like that, and it's yeah, I super appreciate it. I thank you guys. Like it's such a blessing to work with you guys. Everybody, sorry, not just the lovers, but everybody. It's such a blessing.
Yeah, it would be so fun to do the cat fight in person if only we could. But I still felt like we were in the same room, and I'm also so grateful that everyone's internet was good because finally, like, I could do the cat fight like in this normal speed because last time it had to be like, okay, I have to match Miel's pacing.
You had to match my internet connection.
But yeah, it was so nice because we over the past few weeks we learned to trust each other, and like whatever happens, because it's Zoom, it's live, we learn to listen more, and the importance of subtext as well when we're not saying anything, when we're not when we don't have lines, especially like when we don't have those, when the focus is not on our character, we still have to feed off each other's energy and give, even if we're not actively doing something.
So I think, do we have any last comments? And we're getting ready to close. Anything that someone's wanting to share?
I am sure I will, like I said, I will keep changing my mind about it's the same. No, it's not the same. All of the principles you had to apply, the professionalism, to be there on time, to adjust to a glitch, because technical glitches happen in the old kind of thing. I will never figure it out. Was it a performance? Was it a rehearsal? But it's theater space.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that blessing. There's been a little bit of streaming that I participate in the comedy concert world, like Kumu and our other platforms where you stream in and do your stuff alone. But like in the old normal, I like the blessing. I like the double blessing of being able to do projects with an ensemble, with solo projects, then projects with an ensemble and solo projects, because the solo projects give you that adventure of control. In the middle of the show, you change the repertoire. As long as you end on that. So much I can control, and I'm so free even with original Pinoy stand-up. But going back to a play in between the solo projects gives you the review about teamwork, discipline, humility, and you're rowing one boat. And I just got to do it again. Some people say they have been streaming stuff, but I have not been in a streamed play, Shakespeare pa. So triply blessed. And I'm happy to have reconnected with some artists I have worked with. But some of them, it was in a workshop, but not acting. Some of them I know personally, but not professionally. I know Nell. I knew of Dean's work, so I knew who the lovers were. I knew who Theseus were, but I didn't know who the Puck was.
Thanks. Thank you, John, for joining. For those of you who don't know, John meets us at 6 a.m. in New York. He's in New York, and our rehearsal starts at 6. So it's wonderful that John joins us every morning at 6 a.m. New York time. That's right. There's so much discipline in this teamwork. We have, could you just show of hands who's new to theater space, first time? Well, most of us are, but new. Look how many. It's so wonderful. Thank you for taking the challenge. I know we took a lot of your time, and I know that your rooms are messy now. So thank you for the contribution that you gave us. I do want to just leave a space for any actor to say anything. You can plug your next show. You can just say anything. So let's just leave the open space. Anybody want to say anything?
There's actually I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
There's actually a really interesting comment here saying will there be a possible miscasting type of thing for Midsummer as well? Because that would be also very interesting, because a lot of people enjoy that as well. They're already looking forward to your next project.
Yeah, there won't be a miscast of Midsummer. But if somebody wants to do it, go ahead and I'll share the webinar with you. But I'm moving on to 12th night. I don't know why. I'm also addicted to just doing stories. So I'm off to one play a month, and it takes us about 10 rehearsals to get it. So we're off to 12th night. If anybody wants to join 12th night, drop me a line. It's really easy to contact me, and it's easy to find a way to work together and play together. So there won't be a miscast, but there will be 12th night, July 31. So anyone else?
Mel, aren't you streaming a show soon with another alumna of Miss Anna's?
Yeah, I'm very shy to plug it, but yeah, might as well. Thank you, Miel. We, I guess, in a way, also similar to what Miss Anna feels about kind of creating within this time of, we're not doing anything. I mean, at least as far as theater is concerned. So it was a pet project that was birthed like 3 months ago, and we thought, what is the possibility of actually, with a very, very small team, shooting a play. And 3 months later, we did it. It's already been shot, and tickets are available on Ticket to Me. The play is called Lemons, 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 Lemons by Sam Steiner, 5 lemons. It's starring me and a person who swears by Miss Anna very much, Miss Gabby Padilla. And she's a lovely actor. And yeah, we're streaming it on July 17, 24, 31. And tickets are available at Ticket to Me on June 30. We're very cheap, only 200 pesos. And you when you get the link, you have it for about 24 hours. And yeah, it's about an hour, a little over an hour show. And yeah, it's not a Zoom thing. Gabby and I, we all went into the same space together, and we shot it. A very small team of 12 people. And that's it. I hope you.
Let's watch it, because we have to support each other.
Yes, I could not help but share as a last word, a word I have learned from Meta: transformative. I am in transition. I am in year 1 of a 5-year transition between 2 countries, with in a life where there's family here and there's family in the Philippines, maybe a play whenever I'm. But a lot of it during the pandemic was leading me towards, uy, may $15 per hour sa fast food. Magtrabaho kaya ako doon. It makes you crazy. And you juggle the real and the imagined problems. And then I saw 1 month apart, first with masks and shields on the stage with the actors with masks and shields, and then the other weekend, no more because of vaccines, an Arthur Miller and a Neil Simon. And then I was in a theater, and I was in that period of confusion. I said, oh my, that's my job. That's what I do. In Tagalog, the word is hanap buhay, and I love it in Tagalog because it has hanap, which is find. It is your profession that you find, and it's the profession that finds you. I clean very well, but I don't have to look for that other job. Of course, we romanticize in America the actors who are waiters between gigs, but they go back to acting when they can. And
yes,
I was able to rediscover the transformative power of working.
Yes.
So
thank you, Jon.
Working, and it's something I am truly grateful for. So salamat.
Thank you. Actually, Jon, I was thinking when we had these young kids, I thought I need to find a play, or maybe someone can suggest a play for the youth. I think we should. Look how wonderful the energy is. So bring suggestions. Somebody also suggested Ibong Adarna, and yeah, open to suggestion.
Yeah, and I think Shakespeare is really timely and timeless. He wrote about social media many years ago. As you like it.
So please cast, unmute, and don't let us dominate the space. Don't let me. Please have your voice heard. Go on.
I just wanted to say
as
thank
you
you.
like,
Thank
as you
you.
like. See it.
I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who watched, for supporting theater at this time. You know, even if it's free, we very much appreciate it, and it's really wonderful for us to be able to feel that energy again, the energy of all being part of a production like this, which is unlike any other. So thank you.
Well said. Thank you.
Well, to me, I also want to thank the audience and also shout out to my friends and also Teacher Sweet out there. She's also in the audience right now. And also Teacher Stephen Conde. Hi over there.
Steven,
And
hello.
lastly, Teacher Gloria.
Hello. This is very random, but I played Dungeons and Dragons, and my friends and I turned it into a podcast. So we play, and then we record each other play. So if you're interested in Dungeons and Dragons, come listen to the Natural Duendes. We're at Spotify.
That sounds super fun, actually. That sounds great.
Since shout out was allowed, I would also like to shout out to a wonderful mother, Naomi, in London, who has two wonderful daughters in the musical theater. Hello to all of you. Some people have wished me well also on the road to today. Charmaine Buen Camino. She was in the first and last play in UP that I did not audition for, and I regretted it. Midsummer Night's Dream. There was a Tony Mabesa production in 1985. And the lovers were Dennis Marasigan, Charmaine, the Puck was Floyd Quintos. And it was, I didn't because I had bad grades, but after I saw it, I was crying. I will never chicken out of an audition again. And I was obsessed with that play. I've seen, so I did not mind seeing film versions. It was Mickey Rooney's debut role as Puck. And I saw the opera, Benjamin Britten. Yeah, I was able to see that. And I'm truly grateful for that. And like I said, Jamie Wilson sends his love to you, Dean. And who else? Out there.
But not now.
Nanding Jose, Fidel Garda, then Dexter Santos, lahat sila hindi nanood today. It is okay.
Others, unmute, last words.
Okay, so while I still have time, thank you all for coming tonight. I'm super happy to have been here. And shout out to Tati and Mona, my favorite friends. I love you guys. And also maybe to Thea, hello. Thank you for disturbing my scenes. And to my family, I love you guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to thank my family too. Hi, Mommy, Rain, Ate, Nick, Tito. So I'll be home. I'll see you next week. We'll be on next week. So thank you for indulging.
Well, if we shadows have offended, think for this and all is mended. Thank you. Give me your hand if we be friends. And we'll see you at the next play. Drop me a line. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Be
Thank
safe.
you.
Be well, everyone.
Take care, everyone.
Bye. I'll miss you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.